Shalom Aleichem. I'm Sam Norwich. I'm publisher of The Forward and the Forverts, and I'd like to announce the biggest change in the publication plans for the Forverts in the last 30 years. We now have about 6,000 readers reading the Forverts in print every week, and 6,000 or 7,000 readers reading us online every week. We see an opportunity to rapidly and significantly grow our online audience, and therefore we're shifting our efforts to the online Forverts. We're going to be producing a fresh online content 5 days a week.
Ich will euch betonen, als die papierende Zeitung geht weiter und sie wird herausgehen einmal in 2 Wochen. Darf der Forverts euch werden beneit, darf man neuen Punem, a modernen Punem. Und das sehen wir in der Administration die Zukunft von Forverts auf der elektronischen Seite.
In terms of the blogs, we've actually got a whole Hasidic section, and we're hoping that the Forverts can sort of bridge the gap with the other Yiddish-speaking world, which is increasing. So we have a blog called Yiddish with an Aleph, because we write Yiddish with Yud Yud in the beginning, and the Hasidic world writes it with an Aleph. So it's sort of a symbol of that world. Rachel Schechter will have a blog on sort of domestic affairs based on her column Nais from B'nai Bayis. And Gennady Estreich will write a more political blog.
What is in the Forverts each week? The Forverts covers a broad range of news and different subjects. It covers international news, national news, politics, the arts. Most page 1 in this week's issue is given over to international news, especially news from the Middle East. There is news from Washington. Page 2 this week is mostly about Jack Lew and Chuck Hagel. There are a number of regular Forward staff writers who write regular columns or write regularly on different subjects. So Rachel Schechter writes often about news in the Jewish community, about the Hasidic community. She writes as well a column about household issues, food and recipes. It's Gottesman, the associate editor of the paper, writes regularly about music and folklore. The Forverts has a lot of international contributors from around the world. There's a lot of coverage from Eastern Europe, as well as from Israel and the United States.
We're really going to increase our output, our production of video. I'm going to have my own series called It's a Living, sort of interviewing Jewish ways of life. And so we want to become the center of Yiddish pedagogy to some degree, Yiddish news, and Yiddish creativity. And that's what the Shane Show is going to be part of.
We cover, for instance, in the first couple of monologues, we're covering meditation, very modern issues, dealing with today's world in Yiddish. Cell phones, which in Yiddish we call a mobilke. We don't call it a tzelke because that means a virgin in Yiddish. It's something entirely different. Facebook, or Facebook as we might call it. All of the issues confronting Forverts readers today.
And we hope that this will attract a much larger new audience. Our audience on the English website has tripled in the last 2 years, and we hope to see the same kind of growth on the Yiddish side in the next 2 years. We hope you'll like what you see. We hope you'll come back often. As I say, there'll be fresh content 5 days a week, and we look forward to continuing the conversation of Mama Lashon in Yiddish. Thank you.